All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Good
morning, good evening,
afternoon.
wherever you are in the world listening to us today. We are here today on this beautiful Saturday, hoping that you had a wonderful time so far and that you had to do everything you wanted to do this Saturday. Once again, welcome to your financial house with Avril and Trudy. We have a very exciting topic for you today, and we're hoping that you are fully ready and you brought some friends to enjoy this topic today.
That'll be
So,
awesome. Looking forward to it.
so we have been having Miss Trudy here today, just doing a series for us on your financial house. She has been doing an amazing job,
Thank
and we
you.
want to thank her for taking her Saturdays to do those topics with us. So once again, I just want to welcome everyone wherever you are in the world listening to us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your financial house with Trudy and Avril. So I will not take too much of Trudy's time anymore. So I will let her get the ball rolling and she will tell us our topic for today.
Absolutely, Avro. It's always a pleasure. I look forward to doing these sessions on a Saturday now. It's kind of the norm.
Yeah.
So today, what we're going to be looking at is asking the question, what type of investor are you? um, as we spoke about, leading up to savings, creating some sort of savings. And then we also spoke about the different types of savings that you can have, right? So it's then important to understand, investing and what type of investor you are. And then we can go from there. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. What type of investor are you? So, ladies and gentlemen, take a seat and relax, and Miss Trudy will tell us all about what an investor is and what type of investor are you. Now,
Yes.
I will take this question for myself and find out what type of investor am I.
It's so good, and the beauty of it as well is that there are different quizzes that you could go, do to find out what type of
Yeah,
investor you are,
yeah.
and it will then help you in making sure that you have the right investment that suits your needs as well. But before we're jumping ahead, let's back up a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
So um, the question is, what is the difference between savings and investing? Because, I mean, 20, 30, 40 years ago, we would all, we know it's important to save. So we put money aside, and we've been doing that as well. Right. So let's dig into this as well. Savings is where you put aside money to reach your goals. So the objective of saving is usually just short term. Okay, and it's usually less risky, because you just have your money there, and the bank will probably give you, these days is probably 0.5% interest, if that much, on your investment. So something to note as well with savings is that there's little protection from inflation, right? So because your interest that you're earning on your savings account is going to be usually less than inflation, it's
Mhm.
going to eat down on that savings that you have. All right. So that's what savings is. Okay. Investing is where same thing, you put aside your money, but you're putting it into something specific.
Mhm.
And it's with the expectation that its value is going to grow over time. All right. And so it's an opportunity to create wealth. So that's the trigger there. It will help you to create wealth. And the objection is it's more medium to long term when you're talking about investing, right?
Mhm.
And yes, it's going to be riskier, definitely, than a normal savings account. But
Mhm.
the other side of that, it does provide you with some protection from inflation because your interest rates are usually higher than your inflation rate at that point in time. Okay,
Mhm.
and just to dig a little bit deeper, on this as well, because we talked about the short term and the long term, medium term and long term. When we were looking at last week at the different types of savings, if you're saving for a specific purpose, you're saving for a down payment of a home,
Mhm.
or you're saving to buy a home, or for your retirement. These are more medium to long term source of savings. And so these, technically we shouldn't call savings, we will call it an investment, because that's where you
Mhm.
are actually putting it into a vehicle where you can earn more interest and get more, create wealth from this as well, right? And so the emergency fund that we talked about, which is important, I want to stress it's important for everyone to have an emergency fund. that
Yeah.
is that is more savings, because it is a short term investment. And the same for when you create those envelopes for those things that happen every year, the birthdays, the anniversaries, the kids going back to school. Those again will come up as savings, because you have a specific goal and the time is short for that. You're going to use it in the year. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
I don't know if you had any questions on that, Avril. That explains it pretty.
Yeah. So I know for sure back in the day, even our grandmother, grandfathers, they
Yes.
didn't use a bank to put their money.
Yes.
They put it under the bed. I don't know if you ever heard that story,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
but now we're hearing that saving is putting money aside to reach your goals,
Yes.
and and investing is putting your money aside into something specific,
Yes.
right? And expecting, that it grows. So those of us who have monies in the bank and it doesn't move an inch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you'll tell us more about that, because now things are totally different. Persons don't leave their monies, just under the mattress anymore,
No.
or even in an envelope somewhere, under the bed. So you will tell us more, I guess, about the difference between investing and obviously saving our monies. But
That's right.
it's kind of it's like 30 years from now, 40 years from now, I know persons will be doing more. I mean,
Yes.
and 30 years back or 40 years back,
Mm-hmm.
persons didn't hear much about investing
No,
or
no, it
even
wasn't something
saving.
that was, really done. And mind you, both has its place. Both
Yeah.
saving and investing, it has its place, absolutely. As explained, that for savings, you're looking more of a short term kind of situation. However, investing is more medium term to long term. Okay, so it has its place, and it's just for you to figure out how much you need to put in each place to achieve what you
Mhm.
want, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what we can look at next is why you should consider investing. All right.
Okay.
So as you said, 30, 40 years ago, people mainly saved. All right. It's only if you had money that you
Mhm.
would, look at investing, as it were. So one important reason to do investing is to put your money to work. All right. Um, with savings, your money just sits there. Technically, you would get some little sort of interest on it, but it just sits there for the most of it. So putting your money to work is where you are investing it, right? So that you've actually bought some into something and you're expecting some return from that, but some significant return from that, right?
Mhm.
And that's where you want your money to work rather than just sitting there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're building wealth, right? So you're looking at building interest where you get more, higher interest rate coming back in. You're building capital as well, right? Because sometimes what happens is your money goes back and you get compound interest. So you get more interest coming back as well, right? And then you could also invest in property, which is a big deal right now. A lot of people are investing in property, right? Um, especially with the economy right now, having some kind of rental property, or buying some piece of land, these things will accumulate wealth. That is a sort of investment as well. That is an investment as well. All right. um, you earn higher in returns when you invest rather than save. right? And this brings again the rule that I spoke about last week called the rule of 72.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you want to look at, how long it will take for your money to double, what you need to look at is the interest rate. 72 divided by the interest rate will let you know how long it will take for your money to double. Okay. So if you're getting 1% at the bank, it is going to take your money 72 years before it doubles.
I think you need to say this again because it's kind of mind blowing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind
All
of
right.
mind
I'm going to repeat
blowing.
that again. The rule of
Yeah.
72. And what the rule of 72 is just a simplistic way of looking at compound interest. That's what it is. All right.
Mhm.
So what it says is 72 divided by the interest rate you're getting will tell you how long it will take for your money to double. So if you are getting 1% at the bank, right? And you have, say, $10,000 in there. It is going to
Mhm.
take you 72 years before your money doubles. And that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime gone. All right. So hence why it's important to make sure that you are getting the most interest possible. But then there are other things to consider because you have to be comfortable with the risk involved with that. And we'll talk about that a bit later. But
Yeah.
definitely something to consider is the interest rate that you're earning on your investments.
Yeah. So what can I decide on how to invest or where to invest or in what to invest?
Yes, and that's something that we're going to look at as well. Before I go into that, you also have to look at, investing helps you to reach your goals faster. Again, because your interest rate is higher. Okay,
Mhm.
your money is working for you, so it all adds up. It all
Yeah.
adds up there as well. Okay, so your great question that you asked there, Avril. How can you decide what you're going to invest in? Even before you get there, you have to consider things that you need to know before you start to invest, right?
Mhm.
You have to get to know yourself a bit more. All right. This is what it involves as well. All right. So what is your purpose for investing? Why have you decided that you are no longer saving your money, but you're going to invest it? Right? Is it some kind of medium term or long term goal that you have? All right. So you need to look at that time measurement there to see what type of investment you're going to put it in as well, right?
Mhm.
Because that does impact it as well, for sure. All right. You then need to make sure that you educate yourself. You know, who should know more about your money than you?
Me.
That's right. That's right. You need to know more about your money. So educate yourself. There are fantastic courses out there available so that people can find out more about investing and the different stocks and so forth out there. And I know it can be overwhelming. I absolutely know it. Sometimes you start reading it and you're like, oh my goodness, you don't want to go any further. But the impact that this can have on your knowledge and your being able to apply it is huge. So I will implore you to, or encourage you, definitely educate yourself. Educate yourself, find out about investing, what's out there, what's available. And there's so many courses that even I don't want to, they dumb it down. They make it simple so that
Yeah.
you can figure it out as well. And so that you
Yeah.
can benefit yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and this is the huge part of it. Finding out what your investor personality is huge in trying to figure out where you should invest or what you should invest in as well.
Yeah.
All right. So they're different. There tend to be about 4 or 5 different types of investments, and they kind of one or two intermingle. But I found these kind of spoke as to the type of investor personalities that we see out there. You have the people who are cautious.
Yeah.
They they want their money to work for them, but they
Mhm.
don't want to they don't want it to be too risky.
High risk. Yeah.
That's right. So
Mhm.
they're more risk adverse. They're like, all right, if I put it there, what's going to happen? And these are the people who may be constantly looking at their investments every day. What's going on? What's going on? And so
Yeah.
that you have to find the right type of investment that will give you that peace so that
Mhm.
you're comfortable with your investment. You then have, people who are open-minded. If their friend is investing in that, yeah, I'm going to invest in that as well. They're more a follower, that kind of thing. So, they decide, all right, this person says this is a good buy. I am going to get it. Crypto is the thing now. I am going to invest in crypto. That kind of thing, right? So for these people, they're followers. They see what's going on right now, and they're ready to jump in as well, right? You have the adventurous people. So when you are more adventurous, you tend to educate yourself about what's out there, and you're willing to take a chance. You're willing to take a chance and figure out, what is this investment going to get me? And as your risk, level is a little bit higher, right? And the final one being ambitious. Where you know exactly what you want, and you are a go-getter. You're going for it. You're going for it, right? You're willing to take the risk. All right. And you have to keep in mind that all of this has to marry with what your purpose is for investing as well. All right. So, for example, if it's a long-term investment like retirement, you have more time for your investment to work for you. So you can take more risk as well. Okay. So all of these kind of things, I know it's today's topic is heavy. I'm going to say it. It's heavy. And that's why, I am here to definitely sit with people and let's talk about it. Let's figure out what is your investor, personality type. Let's figure out what's best for you, what your purpose is for investing, and then we can go from there. Right? It's not about, what kind of returns I can get. It doesn't matter. It's about you. It's about. All right. And that's the most important thing. Right. And then making sure you have the right mix, a right mix of investments. All right. People know about Google, they know about Amazon, and the funny thing is that, people will decide, I'm just going to buy 100 stock in Google. But that could be risky. So it's important about having a mix. As they said, don't have your eggs all in one basket. That's right. That's right. So that if something is not performing, you have others that will perform.
Yes.
Right? So you have that right mix as well, and that's a huge deal as well. All right. And then who am I going to invest with? All right. There's so many, organizations out there, that financial institutions that invest. You have to look at, who are you going to invest with? Okay. What is their track record? How have they performed over the years? What is their reputation? Okay. So it's, as I said, it's a heavy topic today. It's a lot of things to consider, but still the pros and cons of investing versus savings, they outweigh each other, right? And so it's definitely, I want to encourage people to start looking at investing their money rather than just having it sit, as you said, under the mattress, or on the bank account. The bank account is almost like under the mattress these days.
Yeah.
Because you don't get very much from it as well, right?
It is definitely like that.
Exactly.
It is definitely like that, especially if it's just 1%. Imagine you have $25. You started opening. Well, you open your account at the age of 20.
Yes.
And you put in $25, and then you continue putting that $25. Let's say every month. Slow. You start small. You started putting small, and 30 years later, you don't see the little chicks, you don't see it making anything. It's not growing. It's just stagnant.
That's right.
But what you see is the bank services, all their services is deducted from that money all the time.
That's true.
So it's something to think about, because if you are able to invest, I will say invest. I mean, you've talked about it this today, and I think for me personally, I'm open-minded, but yes, precautious. I'm not too adventurous.
It's a mixture for you,
So it is a mixture, for me. And maybe we should ask the audience and see what what type of investors they think that they are. I know
Yeah.
for sure Elroy is watching,
Yes. Hi,
and he's
Earl.
saying a great job. Thanking you for all your hard work, especially coming here every Saturday and share with us. You know,
Thank
so
you, Earl.
he's saying amazing job to you, Trudy. And I just want to know, and I'm curious, what investor you think you are. Are
Mhm.
you the cautious type? Are you open-minded? Are you the adventurous type? Or are you ambitious?
Mhm.
Let us know your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. And Trudy, your girl, will be here next Saturday to answer all your questions, or even now. You
Yeah.
have time for questions?
Oh, yeah, we have time. We have
You
time.
have time for
And
questions.
what I would love to do is if you want to find out what type of investor you are, reach out to me.
Yeah.
There's like a simple questionnaire that
Mm-hmm.
I have that
Yeah.
can help you identify what type of an investor you are. And
Mm-hmm.
it then helps you to then decide what's the best investment for you to put your funds in, put your savings in, to move it into so that it can work for you. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think it's a massive topic.
It is.
Investing is a massive topic. And you have to basically be knowledgeable to
You
be
do.
able to know what to invest in. And
Yes.
if it is your long-term investment or if it's your short-term investment, you're
That's right.
supposed to know that as well for
That's
you
right.
to be able to invest. And you need to know what to invest in
Yes.
and track your records,
That's
like you
right.
said.
That's right. Look at the different options you have out there, and I'm not going to get into specifics. That's something that we can discuss with people offline. If they're looking at
Yeah.
something, we can do the research. I
Yeah.
can do the research for you, and we can do it together so that you can learn what to look for as well
Mm-hmm.
with your investments as well. But the whole thing, as we've been saying through these sessions, is make a start, investigate, find out for yourself because it's so important. That you don't let this opportunity pass you by as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
think that's amazing, Trudy, because if you can teach us about paying ourselves first,
Yes,
I think that was our first topic,
yes,
and then saving, even though as small as it is, and then there are so many different types of savings that we
yes,
could open.
that's
And
right.
now today we talk about investment. What type of investment? Well, what type of investor are you?
That's
You
right.
know.
That's right.
So
And
I
I
think,
wanted to mention, Avril, sorry, I was speaking with a friend of mine who reached out to
yeah,
me
yeah,
after one of these lives, and I'm not going to call names,
no
but
worries.
they, they told me, you know what, I have started the pay yourself first method,
Oh, yes,
and they also started using the envelopes.
yes,
And
envelopes.
when they told me that, I was elated. But then I looked at their reaction, and they said it was so she was moved that they were able to do this, that they were able to start it was a big deal for them, and that made me feel really really good because I know I understand how important it is to be able to put this in place, and it's good when people are putting this, putting it into action and seeing it. So I just wanted to share that with you as well, just to let you know that people are seeing the importance of this too.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
that is what we want for them to see, for them
Yes.
to know that yes, you can do it, even though as small as it is, that you can save, that you can pay yourself first, that you could use the envelope method to do
Absolutely.
part of your saving, and you don't have to use a credit card every time you need some money or something done.
Yes.
So that is
Yes.
important as well. So,
Absolutely.
Trudy,
Oh, Marsha.
awesome. Well, somebody is saying hi. Nick
Yeah.
Harvey and Jason and all of them are saying hi to us as well. So great
Perfect.
job. And well, yeah, Marsha said hi as well. So
Yes.
I wanted to ask Marsha as she's on there, maybe let's pick her brain a little bit and find out what type of investor does she think she is. I'm not sure if she's going to comment, but I think it would be great to get some answers and get some comments in the chat so persons can really see. Oh,
Yeah.
she said hi.
And of course, I've just put up the slide again.
Yeah,
Have a look at it.
yeah,
Figure out what type of. Oh, that's it. She said she's a safe one. I love
that's
it.
it for.
She's cautious.
All right,
She's
all
cautious.
right. Yeah,
She's cautious.
she's
And,
more like,
and that's fine. There are
yeah,
different types of investments that you can
yeah,
find out there for yourself that will
that's
work for
right.
you, but
Yeah,
yet work in harmony with your personality as well. But
yes,
most
yes,
important, make sure that you are investing. Find a way
yeah.
to invest.
Find
Absolutely.
a way to invest. As little as it is, you can
Yeah,
find a way to
yes,
invest.
definitely start.
Remember,
And
just $200 a month can save you a lot. Well,
that's
can make
right.
a
It
lot
costs
at the
you
end of
more
the day.
money.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just want to bring up my last slide, Avril, just,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to take so much.
if you want more information on the type of investments that will suit you,
Yeah,
just some guidance, please reach out to me. You can private message me, direct message me, that's fine. And you also have my email that's up there, and also my email just going along just at the bottom of the
yeah,
live. But
yeah.
guys, it's just this is very dear to me, and it's so important that people realize their potential and what's out there. Other people are doing it, so why
Mhm.
not you? Why not make a change so that you can have a better financial situation when you're ready to retire?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Because the millionaires, that's how they start. They look at it
That's right.
and
That's
they see,
right.
they kept investing. Obviously, you invest in yourself first,
Yes.
you pay
Yes.
yourself first, and then you move along. So this is one of the things that well, all successful people do that,
That's
right?
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Exactly. Great.
So I want to say thank you, Trudy. I know our time is almost up. I don't see any other questions in the chat. If you see, let me know. I know you're doing the presenting and you might not see all the questions that's in the chat there.
I'm not seeing any on
But,
my side, Avril. No, we're good.
okay, we're good. So we want to say thank you to all who came out and support us and gave the comments and the questions. Trudy is your girl. Please reach out to her and see how she can help you. And she also does budgeting, ladies and gentlemen. So please reach out to her to see how she can help you in any way. I know finance is not a sexy topic to talk about, but we all need help when it comes to finance, when it comes to debt.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to know, nobody wants to tell anybody that they're in debt or
No.
they having debt trouble. So we are here. Trudy, you have your email in the chat. I can see
Yes, I
that.
do.
Your email
Yes,
is
I do.
there. And you can also send her a private message. Let her know that you've seen her lives, and then she would be interested in helping you in your financial
Absolutely.
house.
Absolutely.
And if you have a good financial house, obviously you have a great foundation, you are able to stand financially. And when you stand financially, you're able to get anything that you want and you need, or even help someone else
That's
who's
true.
going through financial difficulties. In this day and age, we all need each other. So thank you again, Trudy. Next Saturday, I'm not sure what you're going to tell us next Saturday, but I'm hoping that it's going to be exciting as investing.
Yeah, we will post something. It may be some more investing because, as I said, this topic was heavy, but
It's very broad,
definitely
yeah?
we'll be here next Saturday for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again. And ladies and gentlemen, Trudy will be here next Saturday to answer any questions that she didn't get to answer today. And be in touch with her to let her know how she can help you, or maybe even a friend that you can recommend.
Yes.
So she can help.
Good point.
And we will be here next Saturday on Your Financial House with Trudy and Avril. We want to say a pleasure to be here, and it was nice serving you guys today. And we are very, very grateful that you took time this Saturday to be with us. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. And we will be here next Saturday, and wish that you will bring a friend to, just invite them to those lives, because everybody needs to know those information that we're sharing.
Absolutely.
All right.
All
Good
right.
evening, good afternoon, everyone. Bye. See you guys next Saturday.
Bye.
See you. Bye.